Today, we will talk about ensure the reason for one day meet you preparing every day. It's no longer new that every expert begins as a beginner. It only look more foolish if anyone couldn't defend what they claim to be very excellent at. Just as we've always mentioned, there are no knowledge lost. We only become perfect through steady practice. This helps to push out the required skill or information needed at the required time due to steady assignment that has been set out on our own severally, whereby call to adjustment would have been done by us countless times, which ends up making us brighter in the process after trying over and over again. There are no inherited perfection. Yes, there are gifts, there are talents. Even grace speaks. In everything being named, we all need perfection. And perfection is only earned. It's no lies. We are not built to be perfect. But steady practice often make presentation in every field unique when it's needed for show off. An instance, regardless how smart you can be, no one can ever become perfect and skillful while just learning driving in a day. It takes steady practice, else such knowledge might even wipe off. A scholar and actor, Helen Hayes, even said he will rust. Adding hours to this, knowledge does not require stagnancy. It loves introduction and welcoming of new research. This acquisition gives knowledge empowerment, therefore making such researcher brighter and also looks sound amidst of when presentation needs to speak up for the researcher. Furthermore, our opinion while getting prepared every day, just presuming if it will probably be needed in a day, is it gives us total readiness for the information and skill required of us to be confident about, whereby making who is used to preparing every day, making them look like a professional. Yes, people get lucky every day. As we've always mentioned, luck is another term for who gets prepared steady. And let not complicate my term for lucky in this speech. Sometimes you get prepared for a field with the hope of one day. Probably you don't see anything. But reviewing life, you tend to see you're not in the same position you are before you started. That message there is luck. Because some people are already missing in the same field you are able to maintain stability in. Therefore, we all on earth are lucky, but just in different ways. Furthermore, preparing every day as if it will be needed in one day helps to increase productivity. Since it becomes part and parcel of us, it becomes useful for we ourselves, for our own personal use, for what we tend to build our mind and soul over, whereby bringing comfort to the mind and relaxation, even at emergency times. It will just serve as someone who saved money for the dry days. Relating our topic in religious manner, taking a look at Matthew 6, verse 33, which says, "Seek the kingdom of God first." The message here means heaven is real. Therefore, how are you getting prepared about your heavenly race? Because the same timing which consume our day-to-day activity is still the same timing we use for preparation of our heavenly race. This serves as a reminder that the reason for one day, hope it has not been forgotten by you and I at all. Research even shows that some people only uses God to search for comfort, Whenever a little part of comfort is being tasted by them, they tend to run off the premises of God, which make them being tagged as the users. Further research even shows that some people are not confused, but because of the freedom of decision which God made us benefit on earth, this made it hard for some people to enforce discipline for heavenly preparation, all because no one will question them for the right of choice over practice on religion.
Conclusively, it's best if every day keeps meeting us, getting prepared for an imaginary one day. And this is not short at any reason than for us to better ourselves and become more creative than the older you and I. Because the best competition that can ever be done should be against oneself. Seeing others as competitors only sounds like who wants to send themselves to hell grave because we got different destiny.
Further research can be made on our own. I am Product of Progress by name. I am viral teacher. I buy crypto assets and I book flight tickets globally. God bless you. Have a nice time.